Hey guys, Thornton here with another video, and today we're going to be comparing two different USB condenser and more budget-friendly microphones with the Razer Seiren Mini and also the HyperX SoloCast. So we'll talk about the similarities as well as some of those key differences so you guys can make the best decision on which one's going to be right for you. As far as pricing goes, there is only a $10 difference here with the Seiren Mini coming in at $50 and then the SoloCast being $60. So if price is all you care about, well then that should make a decision easy, but I wouldn't let that $10 difference make up your mind. As far as box contents go, each one's gonna come with its mic and then obviously its base or its stand. And then you also get a connection as far as from either micro USB, which is the Razer's using, to the USB for your PC, or with the SoloCast, they are using a USB-C. I will just quickly mention as far as the cords go, how the SoloCast cord comes out of the back of it, I found to be a little bit annoying because it kind of wanted to fall down like right where my keyboard would be if I had the microphone sitting in front of it. Whereas with the Razer Seiren Mini, it came out of the bottom of it and like fits flush into the microphone, which I just preferred because it didn't want to pop out as far, but that's just a minute detail I just wanted to point out to you guys if that's something that might bother you too. As far as the included base stands that come with the microphones out of the box, I will say the HyperX one is just superior as far as adjustability and also the size of it. I mean, when just looking at them right now, you can obviously tell the difference of this one being lower, this one being a little bit higher, which I found this one just picked up my voice a lot better because of it being raised up a little bit. And then along with that, not only do you get the tilt adjustment with it, you can also swivel it 180 degrees either, or 90 degrees either way, making it 180 degrees. So you can even make it more low profile than the Razer Seiren Mini once you tilt it to the side, which is kind of a nice feature to have there. With the Seiren Mini, all you have is this ball joint, which allows you to be able to roll it around on there. So not a whole lot of disability, not that you need a whole lot, but just having it available with you already on the SoloCast is really nice to have included. The stands on both of them, they are just plastic stands, not the highest quality. The biggest issue with the SoloCast, which we'll hop into once we get into that mic test in just a few seconds here, is the fact that it picks up vibration so bad with the stand. Even if you just barely bump the desk, it really comes up this pole here that's connecting to the base and just vibrates the mic and it goes into the sound of it. So that's definitely the weakest point about this. But besides that, I mean, both of them are fine. You just get a lot more adjustability with this one on the SoloCast. Both of these mics are obviously able to be used in conjunction with the included base stands, but they can be used as the boom arm too. Each of them do have 5/8 of an inch thread opening on the bottom, but the one thing that the SoloCast does have on that is they also have a 3/8 of an inch thread opening on this one. So obviously pretty universal there with like basically any boom arm you can pick up. So the SoloCast is probably gonna work, but still having that 5/8 inch of a thread opening even on the Seiren Mini, you're gonna be able to find most boom arms are gonna work with that. And I will have some more budget-friendly boom arm reviews coming up on the channel in not too long here. So if you're looking out for a boom arm and you want to see a review on one, make sure you keep an eye on that and hit that subscribe button to stay tuned. Let's go ahead and hop over into the sound test now, and we'll do some different tests on each of these, comparing the sound between them so you guys can make the best decision for yourselves. Alrighty guys, we hopped over now into the office, and all the audio you're going to be hearing from now on is either going to be on the Seiren Mini or the SoloCast. And the first thing I want to bring up right in the beginning here is again coming back to that frame design. Immediately you can see the height difference right here, but not only that, just how much it picks up my voice. I'm recording straight into OBS on my computer, and this obviously this mic will work with any program on your computer or whoever you're talking to. And I do have my gain completely up to the max, and I'm talking pretty loud right now just to have it be picking up my voice, and I'm barely peaking up into the yellow at the most with this microphone. So now we'll hop over to using the HyperX, and you guys, I'll leave the gain all the way up, and you guys will just see the amount of difference with how much audio or volume the mic pulls from me. Alrighty guys, all the audio you're hearing now is coming from the HyperX SoloCast, and immediately when looking at this, I can just see how much more volume it's picking up. I mean, it's actually a little bit too loud. I need to turn the gain down a little bit so you guys know what it sounds like it's full. This thing just picks up so much more volume. It's like almost probably like 1.5 times as much as this. Immediately you can see that not only is the stand pulling it up closer to your mouth, but it just picks up way more gain in comparison to the Seiren Mini, which for me personally, that's a big bonus. If it is up in that boom arm and close to your mouth, not going to matter quite as much, but even at that point, like just how much more volume this gives you as far as headroom to work with, it really gives you a lot more adjustability. Like I have my gain down to, you know, about 3/4 now, and it's still picking up my voice just fine, peaking into the yellow about where you'd want it. Both of these mics are using a pickup pattern that's going to be more isolating your voice than anything, and kind of cutting out, you know, your side noises, maybe like a PC fan, or if you have any ambient noises in the room. And I can just quickly demonstrate that. I'll do it with both these mics. I'll just start twisting it around as I'm talking to the side right now, and then I'm going to have it on the back, and as I twist it around, you'll be able to hear a pretty stark contrast between what it sounds like when the pickup of the mic is face on with me versus what it sounds like when it's on its side. And that will just kind of demonstrate how that pickup pattern works, as well as where it's going to be picking up most most of your audio from. And now we'll hop over to doing that on the Seiren Mini. Alrighty guys, now on the Seiren Mini, I'll do that same exact thing as I twist it around. Just pay attention, of course, to how my voice changes, and then I'll give you a good idea of how it isolates your voice in the front. And both these mics do a pretty solid job of isolating your voice versus things like your key chatter or other noise like a PC fan in the background. This is just demonstrating how that super cardioid pickup pattern works in isolating your voice. Alrighty guys, back on the HyperX, I just want to quickly bring out one thing that might be a big selling point for you, and something that I really do love about the HyperX SoloCast is on top of it, you do get this mic mute button, which you guys can see right there. On this, obviously, there's no mic mute button at all, so all you have to do is as simple as tapping on the top, and you'll see this LED indicator on the front. Then when I tap it again, it unmutes itself. When it is muted, it'll be blinking to indicate that it's muted, and then obviously when it's not, it'll be a solid light like that. So pretty useful to have that integrated right onto the microphone itself, so you don't have to do it in some other software. It's as simple as just tapping on top of the mic, and you're good to go as far as mic mute and unmute goes. Alrighty guys, right now we're gonna hop into the keyboard test as far as typing. One of the two main things you wanna pay attention to here is the vibrations, and then also that key chatter it's picking up with me talking. And this is where you're really gonna notice the HyperX really does fall short. I mean, as soon as I start recording with HyperX, I can hear even my vibration from my computer. It's fans running. I can just feel it vibrating through the desk, and I can hear it in the microphone. Just a background hum right off the bat, which you guys will probably be able to hear. The music kind of can mess with that, so I'll try to make the music pretty quiet, but you really can hear it picking up when I'm typing on this board. So really do pay attention to those vibrations as things pick up, and I'll stop talking here just for a second so you guys can hear it. Really on the bottom out of those keystrokes, you can just really hear that vibrations resonating up through the stand, and that's where you're really going to benefit from that boom arm again, because you're basically just isolating it all from the vibrations that could be happening. And this is really where that built-in shock mount on the Razer Seiren Mini shines, and we'll hop over to that right now and you guys can hear the difference. Alrighty guys, we're back over on the Seiren Mini now, where we do the same exact test with the typing, and you can really just immediately tell the amount of vibration that's not there. Partially, I'm sure it's due to the stand, and then also just having that built-in shock mount in the microphone, I can immediately tell a huge difference. Not only is it not picking up vibration from this, but as I'm typing on the keyboard right now, it just minimizes that vibration so much. And I'll stop talking here again, and then I'll also do some back and forth comparisons between both of them typing, so you can hear directly quicker back and forth what the difference is. Alrighty guys, for this next test, what I'm going to do is hold it up off the desk, get it up to where it would be about in that boom arm position. This will not only increase my gain, especially for the Seiren Mini, since it doesn't pick up my voice a whole lot anyways, but this will give you an idea without any other factors like affecting it, kind of how it would be if it was in that boom arm, and you guys can more just directly compare the sound of them versus like having other things happening in the background. And this will give you a good idea of the comparison between them, just having it more isolated here, and you guys can really hear just the quality of the microphone and how it's picking up my voice. Alrighty guys, now on the HyperX SoloCast, I'll do that same exact thing, holding it up to my mouth, kind of where it would be at in that boom arm position. And this is one that's definitely going to benefit from it, because this thing is pretty much unusable for me if I had to talk to someone with it sitting on my desk, because not only is it picking up so much vibration from my PC, if I'm typing on the keyboard, each time I bottom out, the microphone and it resonating up the stand just picks up so much of that. But I will say, sound quality wise, I do think this one sounds a lot better once you do get it up, isolate it from any vibrations on the desk, and you have it more of just the raw sound coming through it. But you guys can obviously form your own opinions going back and forth between these on how you think the sound quality is. Alrighty guys, just to kind of wrap this review up now, both of these mics, I do think they're both good, and as far as usability, right out of the box, for me personally, this, like, I have to say, it just takes cake. The only sole reason why would be because the vibrations on this do make it very hard to use. If anything's happening, my PC makes it vibrate. If I hit on the desk, it vibrates really bad. Just picks it up right into the recording. If you were to get this, off your desk and up to a boom arm, then this definitely takes the cake. As far as just a raw sound, I think this one has a lot more body to it. I feel the bass sound nice, more crisp highs on it. I just think this one's more well-rounded as far as the sound goes. But again, just with the stand and how it sounds on the desk, not having that built-in shock mount, it's very easy for me to tell, and it probably will be for you guys too in those sound tests. It's just the difference between these is so vast when it's on your desk. The stand itself is nice. You get a lot of adjustability. You can rotate it, you can tilt it back and forth, but it doesn't change the fact that I just get so many vibrations picked up into it. So at the end of the day, in a boom arm, I would take this one over this one. As far as out of the box usability, I would take the Seiren Mini, again, mainly because of those vibrations, and I will be doing some budget-friendly boom arm reviews on the channel coming up here soon. I realize I keep saying, like, use it with the boom arm, but I'm not giving you guys any recommendations, so I will be trying to get some reviews out on those soon. So if you're thinking about picking up a microphone and you want a boom arm to go along with it, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for one of those reviews coming out very soon. Overall, both great mics, just take into consideration the things that are good and bad about both of them, realizing that you're not going to get a perfect mic with the more budget-friendly one, but these are both really great for the price, and what they offer, I think, is pretty outstanding. I do think the HyperX SoloCast takes the cake overall as far as just overall functionality and sound goes, but then again, it's going to come down to each individual person and their use case for it. So that's about it. That's going to wrap up the video for me, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.